Hey guys, what's up? I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
And I'm DK. In this episode of Anime Reaction, we watched the 8th episode of Sangatsu no Lion.
If you want to check out our reaction to the 8th episode of Sangatsu no Lion, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, in this episode of Sangatsu no Lion, we continue off where we left off with Nikaido teaching Momo and Hinata.
Shogi.
Yeah.
The wonderfully illustrated children's book.
And animated.
Yeah. Well, the children's book itself was actually written and illustrated by Nikaido himself. So
good job on that.
Yeah.
And then use a family connection with a publisher to actually get it published as a gift for his family.
Motherfucker should sell it.
Fancy.
He
Should sell it.
And as a person who knows nothing about shogi, I actually learned something from this episode.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to keep on doing it too, using bits of the song as the eye catch.
No, I think that was kind of just a one-off for the episodes that it was introducing that for. So that part was amusing. Then after that part, yeah, we get more of the serious, I guess, introspection from Rei.
He learns first off that Nikaido ended up. I don't want to say fainting, but
he ended up having to go to the hospital.
Yeah, because of his anemia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was right after the show that we saw last week.
Yeah, the NHK Cup.
Basically, he exerted himself too much.
And yeah, just totally spent.
Yep.
So the Shogi Club's giving him shit for it.
Well, you know, Issa and Smith anyway.
Tweedledum, Tweedledumbass.
Yeah. And then when Rei walks home, he ends up discovering that Kyoko, his foster sister, is waiting in front of his apartment.
After, though, I have to add in a very good introspective scene where he actually does a little bit of thinking and I think rediscovers what, he loved about Shogi in the first place. Which I think makes the encounter with Kyoko all the more poignant because he's just starting, he finds the keys, about to get out of his funk, and then the bitch is back.
Actually, I think it brings a whole different light and perspective to it because Kyoko points out just different things. First off, Rei hasn't been home in forever, and just like in the little flashback thing, Rei was thinking to himself that he is in the position where his father wants to be. Probably both of his fathers.
Well, I mean, his
adoptive father.
His adoptive father was a little higher ranked than him, actually,
and more obsessed with Shogi.
But his actual father was obsessed with Shogi as well. He just wasn't quite as good, so he ended up quitting Shogi and became a doctor.
Yeah, whereas the other father, he doesn't care if his own kids quit Shogi because he's like, it's kind of more Darwinistic in that aspect.
Yeah, well, I think he has the perspective that, if you're not like really good, then being a professional Shogi player is probably not for you. Just because of how hard it actually is to be professional and be consistently good and be able to consistently beat your opponents. Try to rise in the ranks and maybe win some titles.
Being a professional sports player in any aspect is difficult. Yeah. Like the practice it takes, the mental, emotional, and physical strain on your body is massive. I mean, we've all played sports.
It basically comes down to it being your life's work.
Yeah.
So.
And this is no different. And during that introspective view that we had with Ray, and he realizes that he forgot a very important aspect, that his dad, and like I said, probably his birth dad, wanted to be professional shogi players at one point, and that's a good reason to fight. Now, Kyoko coming in with what she did, she mentions that the player that he is going to be going up against that day is a player that has been in there for 40 years. Yeah. He's like 65 years old, playing forever. And
you kind of get to see the tail end of somebody's career.
Yeah.
Basically he used to be really good. He rose up the ranks. And then, he's getting to the tail end of his career where he keeps being demoted over and over and over. And she mentions, which you can take a number of different ways, but she mentions that he said that if he gets demoted again, then he's not going to be professional anymore, I guess. Like, he's not going to be like a part of the paid association or whatever, then he'll just retire from shogi. So,
and I mean, that's
just he's basically one of those guys that are just you can tell that they're a shadow of their former selves, but they're still trying to just hold on to that.
I mean, that's probably what Ray's going to be turning into, later on down the road. Unless he gets, unless he stops early.
Yeah, 40 years or so. That's pretty much Ray.
But I mean, that's legit retirement age over here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal.
I'll give it a few years, then it'll be 90.
Anyway, the interactions between Kyoko and Ray, other than that, seemed odd. Like,
you could tell that he was really tense throughout their entire meeting.
Yeah.
And for good reason.
I mean, as far as we know, Kyoko was still a bitch.
But we did talk about it kind of in the intermediate time, in the time between our reaction and this discussion, that technically there's years of their relationship that it hasn't even gone through.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say for sure whether what we saw last, which was her literally jumping out the window to beat his ass, or jumping in the window to beat his ass, whether that's still a dynamic of their relationship or what exactly is going on. Because we've also seen the scene where she was, straddled over the top of him, pushing him down too.
So there's there's probably a lot of unanswered questions in that, but from what I can tell of what happened here, this is more of her almost reaching out for some reason or another. I can't really quite describe how or why, but I can tell it made Ray really uncomfortable, but I didn't really feel any extreme hostility. And it all just seems weird.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that. I think her visit was entirely malicious. She wants to throw Ray off his game, and even if he wins, make him feel guilty about, as she putting it, putting an old dog down. That's how she described him winning over this guy. So, no, she's an irredeemable bitch in my eyes, and I had to slap her. I hate her guts.
Well, we all have our opinions. But, I think that's almost about it.
Yeah,
I mean, like
that's
what?
pretty much it.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and he got some new gigs for his house.
Thanks to Nikaido's housewarming present that he can't even store in his closet.
That he hasn't even tried out yet.
Of course not.
Both Nikaido and his sister have stolen that futon before he can try it out.
That is true. Ouch. When the struggle's so real, you're so used to sleeping on the floor.
Well, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. I'm gonna go see in my own anger.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga and check out our new and improved Patreon.
Na, 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 na.
Shogi.